What am I watching? Hmm, 8 seconds. Oh, can you read out this message? Yeah, I missed. Yeah, okay. So I guess the normal is like 12 to 15. Low is like 7. And ultra low is like 3. But this one is running smooth. I have no issues. All right. Yeah, so we could, every time we do a Zoom stream, we could tell folks to use the custom thing. It didn't ask me to configure it the second time I clicked it. Yeah. Yeah, that's something to figure out. Yeah. How about, do you want to meet briefly? We can stop this one directional meeting. Yep. Hey, well, you're now part of the stream, I believe. You're muted.
I'm curious how that's gonna look actually. So let me.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Get that open.
This is interesting. This is exciting.
Yeah, I gotta make sure it's muted. Okay. Yeah, it seems like decent.
Yeah, it's with a big Zoom logo, but otherwise it's
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's all right. Let me. Yeah, it's like 9-10 seconds to the test wave here. Yeah. I mean it's not bad. I thought, I mean, I remembered because I tested some of the streaming performance, and I thought that like I measured the ultra low to be more around like 6-ish seconds. So this is probably not too far off what we had originally. But yeah, I mean, yeah, from my end when I was watching it, I didn't actually see any like glitches or kind of hanging stuff, but it will depend on how it I don't know what they run the stream from on their end.
What are those two hands?
Oh, that's my wife is here.
It's funny.
Yeah. Also testing the latency.
Yeah, I saw it on the delayed YouTube stream. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems okay. I mean, from the Zoom API documentation, like it seems like you set the ingest URL when you start the stream, right? You don't. Yeah, it's not like when you're scheduling it. So maybe I don't know if that's something that we in the end are able to set up from the script, because this is like you go live there. I mean, we could create the YouTube videos themselves, but and then we would have to give the people the appropriate information to put in to that streaming configuration. Yeah, I guess that opens up just when you create the live stream.
Yeah, so like who would be creating the live stream?
Yeah, I guess the student volunteer we could have in there, like that would probably work. Like we have kind of like the sort of remote student volunteer now. So like or is that creating the live stream would be us, through the script, right? We would create the YouTube videos.
If that works, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the YouTube video creation stuff we can do through the script the same way. And then like that would give us the stream key and the URL information. And so we would give that to the student volunteer, who's going to be like the virtual volunteer for this session. And then they would be in charge of like making it live on the custom streaming service.
Would the students also be joining the Zoom meeting? They probably would, right?
Yeah, they would have to in order to start it. They could kind of help out with retrieving questions. They would be sort of filling in like the technician role.
Yeah.
A little bit too, kind of like what we had the technicians doing this past year, where they're in the call and like maybe enter the questions on the chat if it helps things get like a little bit easier to organize.
Yeah.
I don't know how, actually, let me test if I turn off my video, what's going to happen on the stream, because that was one thing we used to hide the technicians was maybe if you hide okay, so cool. Yeah, so they can just be in there with their video off and kind of in charge of like managing some of the stuff, because that's the same way that we had it set up last year, was just have hide video participants, hide non-video participants set on, and then they can just go in there, turn off their video, make the thing live, and that will be fine. Yeah, I'm looking at the create meeting API. I don't see something about setting up the live stream, although there is some stuff about live stream, update a live stream here. Yeah, use this API to update a meeting's live stream information. So interesting. Yeah, so maybe this is actually something that we can do. I mean, we would schedule a meeting, and the one question is like if the meeting would have to be live in order to do that. If it does, then it's probably easier for the student volunteer just to manage it anyway. Update live stream status.
I could kind of see it both ways. I could see it's like being more work for them to have to do something from Zoom and to do something in the control thing that we're going to set up.
Yeah.
I could see that being more work, but on the other hand, like if they set up the stream from Zoom, then like they would more obviously have the YouTube ID ready. So I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like there is some API to update the live stream, and then there's a separate one that's like update live stream status. I'll just post these on the Slack as well, so you can check them out. So maybe this is something that we could put into this control panel, you know, and like when we make the video, we would do this update live stream API call, which is you set the stream URL, stream key, blah, blah, blah stuff, similar to what you do.
That's cool.
You know, enter the stream URL, stream key, and live streaming page URL. This looks like the same information that you set in the UI here.
Yeah.
And then there's a separate API for update live stream status, which has like start and stop. And then here you have like some settings, I guess. Show active speaker name, display name of the live stream.
That's neat.
Maybe you can make it not have the Zoom text. I wonder what that display name ink does. So, I mean, some of the documentation here is pretty light, but you know, then we could, when we create the Zoom meetings and YouTube videos, if we still create them with a script, then this control panel can basically have a button that's like started, and that would make the YouTube video start streaming it to YouTube. Although I think, yeah, and then the other side is that we would have to, you click yourself go live, or do you click it to, do you configure it to start on receiving data when you're, like, how does your YouTube configuration for the stream look here?
I think mine at the moment is just go live when it gets data.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I forget if there was a limit on how many of those you can have. But we, you know, it's also an API that you can send to YouTube that's like, make this stream live. So we can send them like at the same time when you click like a go live button or something. Basically tell YouTube to go live and tell Zoom to start sending data to that stream. Yeah, that's worth that's worth a test as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I started to build a little prototype today. I can show you real quick. Where is it? So, let me share my screen. So basically, this is the website, and it just loads the current ID here. And so for some reason, it doesn't auto start the stream right now. But then you get some new stream ID. Let's pick ours. Then you just put it in here, and then it continues. Or we can put this one.
Yeah. Did you manually click play, or it just starts playing as well?
And let me turn this off. I'm getting.
Yeah.
In the beginning, for some reason, the first click I had to do it myself, but I'm sure I can change that. And from then on, I continued playing.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I guess as long as the subsequent, like when it switches different YouTube videos, it keeps playing. Yeah. That's fine. I think it's fine if people have to click once to start playing at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing we have to like make sure that it's, because I think it has some controls. I haven't found a way to completely disable all controls. And so I think you can like click the video and then it will pause. And then when you click again, I think it will resume. And so
Yeah,
I don't
you won't
know.
be, you'll fall off the live
Yeah, exactly.
track.
So
Yeah.
stuff like that we have to think about. Maybe I just like continuously like pull you to the current time or something. But I wrote a little script that manages the YouTube video and that pulls the data from Firebase. And yeah, that synchronizes it kind of. And yeah, this is pretty neat, I think. And then we can separately either like, if we want to be lazy, we can just have people fill in the data in Firebase, although that's a little sketchy. Or we create a separate little UI for populating it. I think that's probably good.
Yeah, I mean the data, I mean for like the YouTube videos to hook up to will probably come from just like either like a JSON file, you know, we can create from the script, like the script that creates all the live stream videos and uploads videos. You know, that can output a JSON file or Excel. I was using the OpenPy Excel library for this past year because the Excel basically it becomes the UI for me to input things manually for the schedule. And then it's people send stuff back and forth basically as Excel sheets. Like here's my schedule, so it's easy to import and export.
Yeah, I mean, if we already had all of the YouTube IDs of all of the videos that were going to be shown on the stream, I mean, that would be great because then all the student has to do is like hit next on previous or something, and we could like load in the names of the videos already, and it would be pretty straightforward.
That we will have too. I mean, last year I wrote a script that just you give it a list of videos to upload from your local system, and it will upload them all to YouTube and record the video URL, which has the ID. So then that can be used to fill in the schedule information. That basically is how I uploaded all the fast forwards and create like playlists for them and everything. So
nice. Yeah, if that works well for live streams too, that'd be great. It seems to. And yeah, I tried, like you could just saw, I was a little bit curious about whether the YouTube player would work well if you like switch between videos and live streams, and that seems to work well as well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it seems essentially the live videos are treated pretty much as YouTube recorded videos. So that you know you'll also, when you create one, you get an ID back from the script as well. So that yeah, I think this will work nicely. Cool. Okay.
There's some progress there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you look a bit more into the Zoom side of things.
Yeah, I can look at the YouTube, the API and stuff. I'll have some time on Friday to mess around with some of this.
And then I will just work on, like, I would just assume that we have like an array of YouTube IDs and maybe titles or something. And maybe create like a little UI to let people say which of the videos is currently being played.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have like a little override thing in case for some reason you need to like put in a different YouTube ID from what's on the list.
Yeah, that would be good to have just in case something goes wrong, to provide an easy way that's like, I just need to play this video right now.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. I can create some data for that and create the code to play off of that.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, see you.
Nice to see you. See you soon.